Hi Roscoe, how you doing? So I know you have asked for a recipe since a while, and finally I'm ready for you. So I know there is an Italian version of a red lasagna, but this time we're gonna do a different one. We're gonna do a white one and see if you can follow the steps. So, okay, main ingredients. Italian, of course, style sausages, chopped, and then I've removed the skin as well, so make sure you remove the skin. Just simple white button mushrooms, chopped, 750-800 ml of milk. Don't start with some bullshit milk like, I don't know, light milk or skim milk, full cream. Flour, which will be used to do the bechamel. What is it? Butter, unsalted. A little bit of garlic, olive oil, and lasagna sheet. Now this one you can have the fresh one or the dry one, doesn't matter. You can use both of them. I'll show you a trick later on how to make it perfect. So part number one, we are gonna make one part of the sauce and the bechamel at the same time. So we start with this one. So medium heat, garlic, olive oil. We just wait until the oil becomes warm and the garlic start infusing its flavor to the oil. And as soon as that is done, which will take a while, maybe, I don't know, a couple of minutes, we're gonna add the sausages first. Okay, so if you are multitasking like me, you could even start making the bechamel. So for the bechamel, first ingredient is unsalted butter, 1 finger. Now I know you've got sexy fingers, but there should be something like this, probably 10 ml, and you add it in the pan, and you put the heat on, and you start adding the milk. So all the milk goes in. You need to wait until the heat starts melting the butter. In the meantime, this one is ready to go, and we put in the sausages. And we just give it a little bit of cooking. Now, secret number one, add just a little bit of white wine dry to the sausage. That's it, no more. As soon as the wine is pretty much evaporated, you can add the mushrooms. And just let it cook. Okay, so while everything is cooking and the butter is still melting, what you can do, you can start putting butter, a layer of butter, around the tray. Okay? So you just put the butter like this, and so it doesn't stick once it's cooked. Okay, so let's use it. Yeah, very easy. Okay, let's get back into it. Now, keep this one cooking, probably put the heating on low. Now, all the butter has melted. So, and all the milk is almost boiling. So once you get to the simmering point, that's where you start adding, thank you, you start adding the flour. So one per time. So first one, add in, and you start whisking. Okay, you mix. Now, as soon as you see that it's becoming pretty much uniform, all the flour has been, you know, melted and mixed evenly, you add another one. Number two, second one, boom, in, and you keep going. You can see it's changing color and it's becoming harder to stir. And that's the moment where the bechamel is pretty much done, almost done. So you keep stirring a while until, see, there are some piece of flour that is not been completely mixed, so you keep going until it gets more even. And you can feel it, that it's getting harder and harder to mix. It's like when you're curing concrete, that's all. It's not gonna get like concrete, but you know what I mean. Okay. When the sauce the bechamel, it starts boiling, okay, you can see that pretty much is getting more dense. That's when you pretty much stop, switch off the heat, keep stirring a little bit for probably another minute or so, and because you don't want it to just boil. You can see that it's very, very dense, and you keep it here until it cools down. In the meantime, those ones, they don't have to be completely cooked because you will have to cook them in the oven. But it's just enough so they got the flavor of the wine and the oil and the garlic. Now, little trick, make sure that you remove the garlic, okay? And you switch this off as well. Okay, so bechamel is now cold, or, you know, warm. This is done. We have two extra ingredients that I forgot. Parmesan, make sure you buy a good quality one, and mozzarella. Mozzarella is this one, like a bocconcini, so you need to grab it and smash it like this. Okay? Make sure your hands are clean. Now, secret number 2. When you have the pasta sheet, it doesn't matter if it's like this type or the dry one, you need to put it into boiled water for probably 10-15 seconds. So you just go in, you just grab it and you put it into this cloth. Okay? Once it's in the cloth, which is gonna be possibly a clean one, just try to dry it up a bit, then you grab it and put it into the tray. Okay, so this is gonna be the base. Now you got the base layer done. Okay, now put it in. Just make sure that it's on top of the other one. Here we go. So now we got the base. One thing that I forgot to mention and to do is that you want to put just a sprinkle of salt in the water. And second part is, now that the bechamel is warm, we can test. You can test it, and You can put some salt in it. Mix it again. You can see how consistent. So now we're gonna use something like this to pour it on. Okay, don't be too generous, as there are gonna be another 2 layers on top. So you need to make sure that you don't pour the entire batch on the first layer. So now that the first layer is done, what you're gonna do, you're gonna put some of this one in it. So the sausages, you can smash it a bit more. And this is up to you really, how much you wanna load it. I like more sausages than mushrooms. If you like more mushrooms, you can put more mushrooms and less sausages. You can do it just with sausages, just with mushrooms. You know, you can try the different combinations. Entirely up to your taste and your liking. Yeah, that's enough for the first layer. And we're gonna put some of the mozzarella. Again, don't make it too cheesy. That's enough. Yeah. What you could do, but I don't like it, you can put also some parmesan on top here to complete the first layer. I don't do it because I don't like parmesan a lot, but if you want to, you can sprinkle a little bit on it. The way I'm gonna use it is on the final layer, where I'm gonna put lots of it because it's gonna make the top layer very crusty once it's cooked. So that's the first layer. The concept is you do it again and again. So I'm gonna do 2 layers now, which you're not gonna see in the video, and I'm gonna keep the final layer at the end so you can watch how to do it with the parmesan. Okay, so this is layer number 3, which is the same as layer 1 and layer 2. Now what I've done is I put more bechamel in, and you wanna sprinkle some parmesan around, so as if the parmesan will make the crust more crunchy. So yeah, 2 or 3. If you are a fan of Parmesan cheese, you can put even more, but that's enough for me. So our lasagna is pretty much ready to go. Now, oven 180, fan forced. Okay, so my oven is already good to go. So I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna set the timer at 30 minutes and let's see what happens. Okay, so that's half an hour that has passed. Let's take it out. Well, let's see. Off we go. Let me try. Really good. So that's the recipe, Ross. Now it's up to you. Show me what you got.